Republicans control the state Senate, and that's where a lot of the focus has been in terms of whether funding for SEPTA will get through. Well, the three lawmakers proposing these new accountability measures are all Republicans from our area where SEPTA operates. They don't control things, and they aren't part of the leadership negotiating the budget, but their voices and their votes are important. While SEPTA wants more money, this bill aims to check up on its spending.
If you don't have a car, like basically we're dependent on public transportation, so we're going to need public transportation. We need SEPTA.
Darnell Harvey counting down to when SEPTA bus service starts to shrink. He's looking at a switch to driving.
I have to push it and get it together real fast before the 24th.
That's when SEPTA says it'll start cutting routes to deal with a funding crunch. Now with its future uncertain, there's a new push in Harrisburg for more oversight of how it spends money.
Are they using those dollars judiciously? Are they using them the most effective way possible? Because we don't know.
That's Pennsylvania State Senator Tracy Pennycook. She's a Republican whose district includes parts of Montgomery and Berks counties. And she's one of three Republican state senators sponsoring legislation aiming to add accountability to SEPTA, with oversight from a bipartisan agency called the Legislative Budget and Finance Committee. The legislation involves sharing information and a report, but it doesn't set specific goals for SEPTA operations.
Why did you choose to to not include some of those specifics in terms of requiring benchmarks on specific things?
So we don't want to run SEPTA. We've been in long conversations with SEPTA over the last couple of months, and things like naming rights on stations, naming rights on buses, like that's an internal operational play for SEPTA. So that's kind of their end of it. What we want to do is be as helpful as possible, look at how they're doing business.
SEPTA is supportive of the legislation. It's also hoping lawmakers will approve the $168 million the governor has proposed as part of transit funding.
Do you think this kind of oversight, though, would help to make your colleagues in the Senate and you yourself more comfortable with giving SEPTA more money and making that investment?
So I reached out to the House Majority Leader's office to see how Democrats who control the House feel about this bill. A spokesperson said the bill merely codifies what SEPTA is already doing to improve things, but she said it, quote, categorically fails to provide the funding needed to prevent the SEPTA cuts. Now, I also talked to that state senator about the larger budget negotiations. I'll be back at 5:30 with what she says needs to happen to really get things moving.